Black with no chaser.
What's up, beautiful people? My name is George Chuck Patterson. It says Chuck down there. That's what everybody knows me as. But I'm here representing the Mississippi Black Pages, and we had some awesome experiences. We always have great experiences as DJs, but I had to kick things off for our Mississippi Black Pages live. Kind of like a live at lunch type of deal where we meet great business owners and people that are really doing some things at a high level. And we want to talk to them about how they create impact, how they create experiences, because in business, it's always about an experience. It's always about impact, especially for those of us that are concerned about our community. So with that being said, we've got our first guest for our Mississippi Black Pages live stream, and it is our brother, Daniel DC Cook. DC, what's up, bro?
Hey, good afternoon, brother, man. Well, appreciate you, man. Good afternoon. Thanks for having me on.
Man, most definitely, most definitely. So, I introduced you, but I also want to give you a chance to talk about, do your own intro as though you were introducing yourself to people that have never met you or don't know anything about this great event that you created. So, give us an idea of who you are, and then we'll get into our conversation.
Yep, Daniel DC Cook of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I grew up a military brat that ended up where my father retired. So through all my travels from Georgia to Germany to North Carolina, Mississippi, family ties to Alabama, Mississippi is home for me now. I'm currently on active duty with the military station at Fort Liberty, North Carolina, but I travel back and forth to Hattiesburg frequently. Uh, I I'm a USM ROTC graduate, commissioned in 2005 in the Army. I have a wife, three beautiful daughters who my event group, which we'll talk about, are named after. And I'm just a connector. I love bringing people together. We got Hub City Sneaker Ball, what we'll get into. It's just a give back event, something like partying with a purpose. And my whole goal is just to create those experiences. And from those experiences, see how we can create impact in the community, one event at a time.
Man, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So talk to us about the 522 event group and what inspired you. I know you said your daughters
Mm-hmm.
are incorporated into that. So talk to us about how you were able to come up with the idea and your inspiration behind it.
Mm-hmm. So since about 2006, I've been kind of connecting people, creating these experiences, or just basically parties. Before my first deployment in
Hmm.
2006, me and my roommate at the time, Cliff Collins, who's one of the owners of Nostalgia Lounge in Hattiesburg,
Yeah.
we threw a party together. It was his birthday. I was going away, and we threw a party at the VFW, and it was a smash. We ended up doing another one that, like 6 months later, when I came home on leave in May, another smash. And then we threw another one when I came back, a welcome home, and it kind of became a thing. When's the
Yeah.
next party? And so that was just the start of it. As time went on, I'm a big believer in celebrating moments from the smallest to the largest. Birthdays, graduation, retirement, promotions. Those things should not go unrecognized. And I'm about, hey, let's celebrate it, even if it's on uh, a small capacity. And so as time went on, I was known for doing like little get-togethers, house parties, just bringing people together. And one of my best friends, a gentleman named Brian, who I came up in officer school with and served with,
Hmm.
he came down one Thanksgiving. I threw something together, got some people together, and he was just kind of amazed at my abilities to like bring people together and connect. And he was like, man, you ever thought about doing this on another level?
Yeah.
Like, nah, man, I'm just like, I like just doing this in the privacy of my own home, celebrating people. No, he said, look, you have 3 daughters. Like you can really have an impact, make some money, and do something that's fun, like you love to do, that becomes natural for you. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? You're right. And so I thought about it. This was 2019. So one of my classmates, we had kind of loosely talked about getting together, doing things. This was prior to him saying it. And that kind of reignited, like, let me do this. So put together a LLC 522 event group, which the 522, if you look at a phone, the keypad is LAC. 522 is LAC. That's my
Mm-hmm.
daughter's initials. They all have the same initials. 522 was an easy call. 522 event group. The
Okay.
event, of course, are the events, and then the group is those people that I'm connecting with, from DJ George Chuck to uh, uh, the event group, the 360 mode, the photographers,
Right.
the caterers. That's the group, bringing those people in as the group. I'm kind of like that in between person. So that's what it's all about, giving those opportunities, bringing them in. It's 522, we're the umbrella, but hey, this is the group of people that we're bringing in to create those experiences. And so that's kind of where it was formed. 522 came, and the rest has been history there. We created Hub City Sneaker Ball, which was the banner event. I knew that since about age 35, I knew for my 40th, I wanted to do something formal, something grand, something where we get dressed up a little bit. And so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had the concept, I saw the vision of tuxedos, dresses, but as I got closer, I was like, what about a sneaker ball? Because I had seen sneaker balls going on outside of the area. Nothing in Mississippi, really, nothing in the Hattiesburg area. I'm like, we all love our shoes. Hey, I like getting dressed at least, and so I'm gonna push that on people to get dressed too. Even if you don't, hey,
Right.
we're getting
Right.
dressed up for this. Let's do it. Let's create a sneaker ball.
Right.
That was the basis of it. As I thought about it, I'm like, how can we impact the community?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's ask guests to bring a pair of new or gently worn shoes. Okay, what else can we do? How can we use some of the proceeds from the event to give back to the community? So I look at what are those hot button topics that need the support. And so every year is just something we think of and do to create. First year, it was Black community development. Second
Okay.
year, it was mental health and wellness. Third year was women empowerment. And then the fourth year, we show love to the men and boys with empowerment initiative for them.
That's beautiful, man. And I love that you have these arching themes of where you want to create impact. So give us an idea. And I was there to witness this. We had a real program
Mm-hmm.
before we partied.
Yep.
So with purpose, you had a few gentlemen or a couple
Mm-hmm.
gentlemen to speak to
Mm-hmm.
the areas of impact that you and the Hub City Sneaker Ball are investing in. Can you talk to us about that?
Absolutely. Yep. So like I said, when it looks to that topic we're trying to address, we're looking for a speaker typically that's aligned with what we're trying to do. And Jared Woods, a Black man reading, he's a Kappa, he's in that fraternity, and Kappa League are those youth, those young boys that we're trying
Right.
to get to. So it was a no-brainer. We had him as a guest speaker. And then also in Hattiesburg, there's a group called Vision Corps, where 3 Sutton is over them as well. Similar things in the community,
Mm-hmm.
impacting the youth. And so we had Jared as the guest speaker and Theo as a contributor to talk about their groups. And then that shows the guests, hey, this is who we're contributing to, this is what we're raising money for, to support their efforts. Because, you
Right.
being a nonprofit, of course, the support comes from every which way. If you're new, especially like Vision was, they've only been in it for 2 or 3 years. I like to
Right.
help those groups too. Capital League has been going on for a long time. So I know they have a lot of support, but they are in our community. We have the youth. So that's where that came from, and getting those gentlemen to be involved with the event, going to the
Yeah.
program.
Yeah. I appreciated Jared's
Oh, yeah.
story.
Absolutely.
Right. Like storytelling is truly the most powerful thing that we
It
have.
is. It is.
And him sharing his journey
Yep.
from his high school situation, right? And
Yep.
then going to Alcorn, if I remember
Yep.
correctly,
Mm-hmm.
and wanting to pledge,
Yep.
but
Having a
di-
GPA.
not exactly not having that GPA. And then he had a couple of guys to tell him that, hey man, when you get it together, Kappa
Ready
will
for
be
you.
there waiting on you.
Absolutely.
And for him to, become an educator
Yep.
and talk about his experience of almost wanting to run from the young people, and
They kept
just by,
following
yeah,
them.
you get moved up with the kids that you was like, man, look, I am reconsidering teaching because of the experience that I'm having. And I also appreciated him sharing that he was able to, ultimately realize that this was, his purpose.
Yep.
God placed his purpose on his life as an educator, and the young people that he was trying to run from. God really wanted him to be with
Hmm.
these young people. So, um,
Absolutely.
you creating and curating that type of space to where people can hear that story, be touched by it, then also make an investment into it,
Yep.
and then have a great time after the fact.
Yep.
I like the party with a purpose. So
Yep.
can you talk to us about, the next things that you got coming up,
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
terms of maybe next year for the Hub City Sneaker Ball, or some other ideas that you might be developing to create this experience and this impact?
Absolutely. Like you said, our tagline for Hub City Sneaker Ball is come for the experience, gift for the community, stay for the party.
Yeah.
So come for the experience. That's the green carpet, the green carpet host that's engaging you when you come in. That's the magazine box that you've seen that you've never
Mm-hmm.
been a part of. I know for our first year, we brought the 360 in. 2021, nobody was really doing 360s like that at the time in the
Yeah.
area. Brought a guy in from Memphis to create that experience. A lot of times people, my peers, people in my community haven't been to something that's formal. They've been to some club events, some smaller things. Hey, I'm gonna give you an experience where you have to really dress up. We're creating a standard here. There is, this requirement. Come here. And I'm gonna tell you, after the first one, year one, I
Mm-hmm.
never forget the following week I was at downtown Nostalgia. I was in the line. This guy named D, who I didn't know personally. I know who he is. We know of each other. He approached me and said, "Hey man, DC, man, Hub City Sneaker Ball was everything, man." They said, when I came up there, I felt like I was at the BET Awards.
Yeah.
At the time, we had a red carpet, from the red carpet, from the banner. Like, he just, at that moment, that's when I knew it was all about. I always knew it was about experiences, but hearing him say it and how
Yeah.
I made him feel, how we made him
Yeah.
feel, that's all we want to do. I want to create that. And we created those layers of experiences. Like, you coming up, man, the photographer's taking pictures of you. Somebody got a mic in your phone.
Yeah.
My team is complimenting you, making you feel good. So creating those experiences is important. Um, Giving for the community is important. And then look, we're gonna party too. We checked the box here. Now we're gonna party. So that's the tagline. But each year with Hub City Sneaker Ball, it's every first Saturday in May. We try to stay on that rhythm, that same sequence. So it's
Okay.
known that, hey, in Hattiesburg, every first Saturday, because it started as my 40th birthday party, which my birthday is May 3rd, which is typically around the first weekend in May.
Right.
So we stayed on that sequence, and we're looking to grow that. I have an amazing team, man, of just go-getters. They have so many ideas. Some ideas that the budget won't allow for, but if we can do it, and there's a
Yeah.
way, in conjunction with our sponsors, I mean, they've been so supportive, man. Everyone from Peanuts Movement Services, Buchanan Law, Cadence Bank. We have the Crayon Case this year, Alive Hydration last year. Fairly's Wings and More has been a big supporter of us. And that
Oh,
helps us add
that's
those
it right
things
there.
on that we need to do, man. And so
Yeah.
we couldn't do it without them, man. So they've really been kind of critical in us creating these experiences beyond what ticket sales can support. So we're going to continue to do that. That same year, 2021, we created this thing called Only the Father Champagne Brunch. And that vision came from one day after the ball. I'm in the
Hold
Yep,
on now.
yep, yeah.
You said only the fathers?
Only the Father Champagne Brunch, OTFCB. And I have to send you more information on that if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, you
We had
got
a
some of that.
yeah,
That sounds dope right there.
man. So I'm gonna tell you, I was in the garage working out. Hub City Sneaker Ball had happened. It was a huge success. I'm like, well, what's next? What can I follow on with?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of like, brunch or something. And I said, you know what? What can I do for the fathers, to celebrate the fathers? I love fatherhood. I'm inspired by going places and seeing fathers with their kids,
Yeah.
fathers celebrating their kids, being with their kids, just
Yeah.
being active. And so me as a girl dad and, your girl dad, boy dads, girl and boy dads, the vision came from, Rock Nation puts on that Grammys champagne. Jay-Z do this like champagne brunch thing.
Yep.
That was
Yep.
the vision. Him,
Okay.
Yo Gotti, all these celebrities in
Yeah.
suits and Ace of Spades. Like, that was the vision. I'm like, I want to get guys together, summertime fresh, dressed up, semi-formal, and celebrating each other. That's what I wanted. And so I got with Nostalgia Bar and Lounge. They allowed me to rent the space. I put the concept up, the who, why, when, where, and how. Guys came in, man. We had this photo that went almost semi-viral. It was just shared so many times after it was posted because you see all men together, dressed well, in celebration of fatherhood. And we brought in a guest speaker. It was from Country Kids, who we had already contributed to. Alicia Barnes, she was our guest speaker, and she came and talked about the impact of fathers and so forth and so on.
Right.
And so it was great, man. It was a huge hit. So that's one of our key events. I haven't had one since 2022. I left in 23 and 24. And being that there's such a quick turnaround from sneaker ball to Father's Day, it's a real tight window that needs us to actually start kind of planning that concurrently with the ball come March at least. And I think we might be able to still execute it, but as of right now, it's kind of been on hold because I've been away. But it's one of those things that, hey, they're fiending for. Hey, when are you going to bring them at the Father's Brunch, the champagne brunch? So that's one of our other key things. That's an annual event too.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I like the Hub City Sneaker Ball. And I definitely, I feel that there's some synergy. I've got I got some guys that you probably want to have a conversation with.
Absolutely.
And
Please.
I think from something what you just described, having the opportunity to celebrate fatherhood, to celebrate fathers, and then also we're through storytelling, through events and experiences, we're able to one, control the narrative, because I feel sometimes that the narrative of present fathers is not promoted enough. We all know that absence of any special figure in your life creates an impact, but to show the father figures and the fathers that are present, and we're able to capture these things, and then show the impact. And also, here's one thing that I would say that I appreciated about what you did with the Hub City Sneaker Ball. You also created the opportunity for like data collection. So when you're sending me screenshots and folks are like, DJ was fire, or like the vibe between the DJ and the MC was like on point. You're creating this feedback loop between the people that are your patrons and then you as the organizer. So I think in addition to the brunch, like this Only for Fathers brunch, champagne brunch, creating the opportunity for feedback from the fathers to say, hey man, what activities are you and your kids involved in? What are the things that you know, like, and trust as a father in terms of local businesses, or just creating that feedback, and then taking, having someone to take that feedback and then, massage it into something that can be used to fund some type of larger project. That's it. That's it right there.
Absolutely. You're certainly right with that, man. You hit the nail on the head. When you talk about it, when you look at fathers, and Mother's Day we just had yesterday, and the same holds for them. But when you look at it, you have single fathers, married fathers, bonus fathers, like fathers.
Right.
You have people that are like fathers to kids in their youth community.
Hmm.
They don't have the father. And so that impact is so wide ranging. You just don't know who you're impacting in general just by
Right.
you being present, by you showing them love, by you dapping them up, by you communicating with them and stuff of that nature. So I say this now on the same token, many of us deal with some of the same challenges, but we just don't know. Sometimes we think we're on this island. Man, I can't get it together. I'm trying to be present. I'm having some some impact or some quarrels with the mother of my child or my wife or
Hmm.
whoever, and you'll find that your friends or peers, like, hey, I've been through that similar thing, and this is how I kind of navigated it. This
Yeah.
is how it worked for me, and bringing them together after that event. Man, I never heard so many I love yous, like so many daps and hugs, and just people just like feeling good. Because this was an event with just all men. The only
Yeah.
women were like some of the bartenders or servers, but it
Yeah.
was just all men, and us being able to be in a safe space where we can talk and open and honest and candidly and just have a good time.
That's awesome, man. I
Yeah,
can't wait to see the next iteration of that
absolutely.
event, and
Absolutely.
and definitely can't wait to see the next iteration of the Hub City Sneaker Ball,
Yep.
and all the great things that you guys are doing with 522 Event Group.
Yep.
So with that being said, man, can you give us a closing word, like
Yep.
something that you might, say to your daughters, or
Mhm.
to anybody that might be looking for something inspirational?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, in this world, my father's always said, and it's one thing I stayed with, ultimately, end of the day, life is hard. Life is hard. There are no shortcuts in things we do, the avenues we take. You may be trying to get something off the ground that you don't see the vision, you don't see the light of the tunnel. It's kind of like that picture where you see the guy chipping away, and he quits right before the diamonds are right there. Keep going, keep perfecting your craft. Um, get a set of fresh eyes to look at something. Somebody that's not even tied to what you're doing, has no ideal of what you have going on, and ask them, see how they see it. Because that may be the one that sees it from a vision from a consumer that you don't have, that's not like you or like minded, that sets you to the next level. So just keep going, staying consistent, getting the feedback like we just spoke about, having those surveys, and taking those your guests serious in what they say, and taking all things into consideration what you can do to create that. So I just think that consistency, continuing to go, remain inspired, know that it's not going to be hard. Not going to be easy at times, but it is a way, as long as you continue to do what you do and believe in what you got going on, so you can get to that next level.
DC, man, we appreciate you, brother,
For sure.
and we will definitely be in contact soon. We want to thank everybody for tuning in to this live stream, and we definitely will continue to highlight Mississippians that are doing great things with a Mississippi focus. So this is Chuck Patterson, Mississippi Black Pages. We will see y'all next time. And if you got somebody that you want to shoot our way, shoot us an email at info@msblackpages.com. We definitely want to get all of our Black-owned businesses signed up to represent themselves and their communities on MississippiBlackPages.com, the best place for Black-owned businesses in the state of Mississippi. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.